Welcome to this tutorial on how to film a video report. This tutorial will give you a brief definition what a video report is. Since video reporting is a lot about making interviews, this tutorial will teach you how to prepare and organize yourself for filming an interview, what questions to ask, and finally, you will learn how to film an interview. So, what is a video report? Basically, you use the video camera to report on an event, workshop, or project visit. It can be compared to a TV news report, where the reporter introduces the news and then goes on interviewing one or several persons. Compared to simple text, the video is more attractive. It uses image and sound, two kinds of media which can support your statement. But unlike text, you cannot quickly skip through a video statement for the main facts. It is therefore important to structure your video report, putting important facts first. And you need to keep the report short, focusing on the key facts. 2 to 4 minutes is the optimal length. If you publish the video on a web page, the video report is like a hook to get people interested in your topic. If you have more to say, attach a written document or a PowerPoint presentation below the video report. Those who want to learn more will download and read the full report. Making your own video report is not difficult, especially if you come well prepared. To make an interview, you basically need a camera with an inbuilt or an external microphone. Today, even photo cameras or mobile telephones record decent video. Such devices often lack good audio quality, so keep that in mind and choose a quiet place for your recording. If you can, use an external microphone. With an external microphone, you can basically record a video with good audio quality anywhere. Make sure the batteries of your camera are charged and you know the basic functions of your camera. This will help you to focus during the video report on content rather than on technical issues. A reporting team of 2 is recommended, one person filming while the other person asking the questions. Once you are very familiar with your camera, you can do interviews on your own. Good questions will make a good interview. Ask open-ended questions that help the person in front of the camera to structure his or her thoughts, focusing on key points. And open-ended questions cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. If necessary, help the interviewee to prepare and encourage him or her to talk from his or her own experience. Good examples are: can you give us the key points of your experience in applying the human rights approach to your project? What were the 3 main arguments in your working group discussion? It is now time to approach the person to be interviewed. Make the interviewee feel comfortable by explaining why you want to interview him or her and where the final video will be published. Also, let the interviewee be in control. If the video turns out badly, it can be reshot. Finally, if the interviewee feels comfortable, don't give the questions too much in advance. Well-prepared answers tend to be long, while spontaneous answers to the point. With these preparations, you are now ready to film. When filming an interview, you need to take care of 3 cinematographic factors that will strongly influence your final product: light, sound, and image. First, let's look at the light. Make sure you film in an environment with a lot of light. Light coming from the top, meaning the ceiling, will cast a shadow onto the eyes of your subject. For best results, place the interviewee in such a way that the main light source comes from the front, right or left. This way, created shadows give the subject extra depth. Now, let's look at the sound. If you don't have an external microphone, make sure you film in a noise-free environment. Stand with the camera as close to the interviewee as is comfortable. The further away you stand, the more background noise the camera will pick up. If necessary, ask the interviewee to speak up. Finally, you need to frame your image. Here, the 1/3 rule can help you. If you divide the image into 3 rows, ideally the eyes should be in the upper third of your frame. Cut the subject's torso at the height of his chest. A close-up should be preferred to a medium or a total shot. Remember to hold the camera steady. Find a comfortable position that allows you to hold the camera steady for the entire interview. If possible, use the table to stabilize your arm. Once everyone is ready, start the camera. Record for 3 seconds, then start with the interview. Once the interview is over, film for another 3 seconds and then stop the camera. This way you make sure that you have some footage at the start and at the end of your video to play with in the editing room. There are 2 interview setups that you can use. In the first setup, only the interviewee is in front of the camera. He/she looks into the camera directly. For this, make sure that the person asking the questions stands as close to the camera as possible. This way the interviewee has the liberty to look into the reporter's eyes or into the camera. When filming with a microphone, it is the interviewee holding the microphone. But that means that the voice of the reporter asking the questions won't be recorded so well. The second setup captures the interviewee as a discussion between the reporter and the subject. In this case, the reporter is in front of the camera, holding the microphone. To set the stage, the camera person needs to film both persons at the beginning of the video. During the interview, the camera should focus predominantly on the interviewee. This setup is useful to capture an engaging discussion between the reporter and the interviewee. It is less useful for video statements where the person in front of the camera addresses directly the audience. In both cases, the reporter should not talk or make approving noises while the interviewee gives his or her statement. You can encourage the interviewee by keeping eye contact and with an open and positive body language. This is it. You are now ready for picking up the camera and making your own video report. Don't worry about mistakes. They happen even to professionals. The more interviews you make, the more comfortable you will become with this tool. You find a video reporter's checklist next to this video. The checklist helps you to remember all the essentials presented in this tutorial. Thank you for listening and good luck.